What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. Let me do a quick check here, make sure we're good to go. Because if I remember right, at the end of the last episode, we were going to be hunting a most dangerous prey. We've got Skeeb in here for the flavor win, hoping to avenge his father. Yeah, I've seen a lot of big, great weapons. That's what I want. Ranged firepower as well, lots of overwhelm. And here we go. We could consider pulling someone else into this Lindworm fight. The Lindworms probably won't chase me. They're not a big enough group. Let's see. The Jarls of Jorvik steps toward a hill with bones crunching under every step. Zack Longshanks shushes the company and points to the hilltop. Lindworms are curved about its crest as though to embroider the very earth. Seemingly sensing your stare, the beasts unfurl and slumber down the slope. Some half-twisting like children rolling down a hill, their maws clap and snap, tongues licking the dust out of their eyes, altogether looking like sleepwalking critters more than murderous monsters. But the second their feet step upon the flat earth, they seize up and bolt forward. They have feet? We've never seen any feet. Their snaky shapes streaking across the boneyard, powdered bone meal, rooster tailing up in their wake. Drawing your sword, you urgently order them into formation. I feel like killing Lindworms is something you should send like 100 men to do with crossbows. And as soon as you see them, you're just like, fire. Everyone just destroy this thing. Some Lindworms, let's go. Even in the world of Battle Brothers, I don't think you take a chance with these types of monsters. We have no shots yet. We'll let them come to us. And then we'll pick out whichever one is in the lead, the easiest target, and we'll focus that one down. Right now it's looking like this guy. Yep. And here we go. Really important that we not miss our first couple ranged attacks. Landing some throwing weapon hits would be nice too. Both throws landed from Hans. Alright, that was a lot of armor damage. And if we're going to miss, at least we still hit. So we're taking out the armor, but we haven't really hurt the Lindworm itself. So everyone just chill. Should be a repeat of this turn next turn. If we can start this battle essentially against 3 Lindworms before they close the distance, that's ideal. I don't know if we'll be able to pick this one apart completely. And yeah, now they're kind of hiding behind the other one. Let's pass. Let's let the last one go. Game's being a little bit sneaky. We miss out on overwhelm, but I think it's worth it if we can actually kill this thing. Okay, that's one whiff. Good damage. 94s. Really high chances to hit here. I think we step in. We're going to get some acid splashed on us. Well, Indomitable there. Big axe hit. And the armor on this one is gone as well. The tails don't seem to have any zone of control. So we can still throw our weapons, which is great. But I think we still want to get out this Shamshir. But our armor is going to get wrecked very soon. We've given the tail a bit of a surround. They do a cleaving attack, much like a great weapon. But this is the time where we make full use of our overwhelm if we can. And we're getting stunned. Here we go. This is the type of damage we're looking for, guys. Nice. We use Adrenaline, try and do that again. If we land even one hit here, we get the kill. And if we want anyone jumping into this sort of scenario, like in a 3-person scenario, it's definitely Isaac. Step in there. This guy's super hurt. We just hit him in the head. Skeeb. Oh, young Skeeb. Let's get him in the back. This isn't going poorly. 1 down already is great, and we got acid for our trouble. Not my favorite crafting item to pick up, but not bad. Man, that other axe would be awesome right about now. The Executioner is looking one, the Bardich. Or Bardich. Bardich. Alright, one more round swing. Let's go. God, that's beautiful. Huge damage. Couple stacks of Overwhelm, make us feel better. Good miss. Very good. Almost dead. This shot should kill it. Man, didn't kill it, but we might be able to kill it with the bill hook here. Good man. Step in. Who's the most injured? They're all pretty injured. Alright, there goes the armor. And 2 stacks of bleed. Pretty nice. Let's get out our heavy axes now. Alright, good days. And if we leave the space clear, we can take another round swing. If you're wondering why I didn't switch to the fighting axe, let's say. But we can... Well, it's worth it to get our big axe in. And I think it's actually safe to move in Ragnar. It's going to give them another target, which I actually want. Okay, another stack of bleeding. Overwhelm to try and protect us. Okay, we need to move in somehow. We'll share the Overwhelm love. This one's nearly dead. $84. Yeah, we'll go for that. Keep that day status effect up. At the end of this, we'll have lost a ton of armor. We're going to have to repair a lot. The fact that they're wavering or breaking is great for us. Really lowering that chance for them to hit. Step in. Nice job. It's going about as smoothly as a Lindworm fight ever goes. If we had landed one of those shots or one of those hits, this thing would be basically dead right now. We still had a hit. We needed to reload. But that should be dead. Get a bit better of a surround. And now it's fleeing. Awesome. So Skeeb, man. You faced down the Lindworms and you survived. John D's not the one that needed it. Right here. Whoop. Almost. Being able to kill it in this turn would have been pretty sweet. And if it tries to run, it's going to get smashed. Let's cross our fingers for some good loot. We got the Lindworm's Horde. We got 2 of those and only 1 scale. A lot of blood. I'm actually not upset about it. There was a point where I would have been aggravated by getting so much of the blood instead of the scales and bones. But we're going to use those acid flasks on the Kraken. That was probably the best strategy that I've ever seen for dealing with the Kraken. The Lindworms lay in a... Goddamn, my brain, guys. The Lindworms lay in well-earned ruin. Your company goes about poking the corpses at a distance, making sure the bastards are truly dead. A few gargle and flip over, but that's about the last of their living issuances. You order the overgrown lizards scalped and skinned. Radolf the Guildmaster will be expecting proof after all. We did it. So this is really perfect for us. We're even going to head to Dornan to turn that in. 4,000 crowns. Good work, Sellsword. Leave us the skin. He's going to make some mean boots with it. Awesome. So let's see what the prices are like here. We're going to take this other contract. If you remember, that one is for us to basically wander around and get rich, which is what we want to do anyway. Check the Bear Hat. Bear Hat says 17. 17 is not bad. We have some brothers that aren't using the proper gear right now, so we're going to have to switch them out. And let's head... So I think I mentioned that I would go down here, but I'm thinking I might just head straight to Dornan and sell. Then head to Brookburg and then make the swoop back. And I could even see restopping by Dornan on the way back. But we are so close to the amount of crowns that we need to fulfill our ambition. Alright, let's check our stuff. If we can get to it right now, we're going to. So 1,772 for each of those. That paid 4,000 crowns. And then what's that? Like another 3,400 on top of that? That was super worth. And we barely had to do anything. We barely had to go anywhere for that. Man, we're just a little bit shy. That's okay. We don't need to push it. We don't need to like sell off a bunch of our good crafting materials to get that. I could see selling one of these Lindworm Bloods, but that still only puts us at 49k. Yeah, it's not really worth. I'm going to sell one just because we don't need it. Could probably sell one of these Petrified Screams as well. One of the Third Eyes. That puts us close. Puts us very close. Do we have any bone plating already made in our inventory? We do. Just sell those. Hopefully it procs quickly. We'll kill more unholds, guys. I'm not worried about that at all. Check the Fletcher. With my luck, there's going to be some amazing loot in there. There's not. Okay. And let's keep on walking. Have at least 50,000 crowns. What always happens to me is, as soon as I get 50k, it goes into like a paycheck, and then I lose it by like 1,000. So it'll drop below, and then it won't count it. It's been a while since we had an ambition trigger. So we need to collect at least 20 heads. Not hard to do, because we have some good places in mind already. We're going to stay here until daytime. Brigand Hunters. The dogs don't count, but that's some pretty easy heads for us. Just checking real quick to see if anyone leveled off that last fight. Happy to see that Behemoth did. Yeah, good stuff. They're not really even far out of our way. We were either going to sit there in a tent and wait until dawn, or we could come out here and get these kills. Most of them are archers. The dogs, like I said, they don't count towards the heads. So whatever kills we're going to get is probably just going to have to be us shooting at their marksmen. And then at some point we're going to kill enough of them that they're going to start running away, and then we're just going to let them go. Come on, guys. Let's get these kills. Crossbows first, if we can help it. We're missing a lot, though. This guy is basically not wearing armor. If we could have hit him, we probably would have killed him. Knock him back. I think our frontliners can safely just not do anything. So, we've got 2 heads already. A small change that I wish they would make to the game is that I wish the enemies wouldn't get so confident whenever they kill a war dog. It makes the war dog so much less efficient to use. If you're fighting a huge group of enemies and you make them all extraordinarily confident because they killed one war dog, like that is not worth it. Trying to prioritize crossbowmen. And we're going to change our gear back before we go on to a major battle. We're going to step in here simply because I don't want him to escape. Good hits. 56, 61. We'll just pass. Maybe get a line shot next turn. Good misses. They've got a bit of a shot here. We opened it up, but it really shouldn't matter. Shield wall in the swamp is a pretty good idea. Nice. We're landing our hits in the 4th quarter. Like I said, if they start running, we'll let them run. And this guy's wedged himself in like an awesome spot in between 2 trees. Very good. Very good. Even landing 1 hit there is excellent just because it gives us that bleed, which is kind of like an eventuality. If this dude wants to stay and shoot, he can. Dang. Not having Pathfinder makes these battles so annoying. I was going to say, if we didn't miss these attacks with John D, we probably could have got this kill. Now I'm not so sure. Go for an aim. Whoa, what's blocking us? Get the kill. Damn. This tree here, I think, was blocking our line of sight. Skeeb, you would have been a legend, man, if you'd have landed that shot. One more with Zach, but Zach's also probably having his line of sight blocked. It's over. I don't care enough to shoot him. He has a hunting bow that's worth a little bit, but... Alright, it's dawn now. We'll just head back to Brookburg. That was 10 heads for essentially free. The time we were going to just stand there waiting anyway. We really want to buy those tools. That Lindworm fight wrecked our tool supply. And just a quick heads up, guys, I'm waiting on a very important phone call regarding like my mortgage and stuff. This is the best time I had to record during the day, and I couldn't really help it, but they said, yeah, we might call you back in a little bit, and if that happens, I may need to cut this episode short and deal with that. So selling all that stuff gave us a bit of a buffer here. Just one of the annoyances of being an adult. Yeah, let's get out of here. Come on, ambition. There we go. Plunder, plunder, and yes, more plunder. The company has accumulated riches to rival a dragon's hoard. The finest armor and weapons are yours for the asking. Should you wish to hire a ship or a fleet of ships, you need merely snap your fingers. Vendors of all kinds lay out their best wares when you're in town, most eager to help you find new ways to spend your gold. As your wealth rivals that of a nobleman, you no longer need defer to them. You could purchase your own noble title and lands, or take up the career of a merchant banker, should you ever tire of acting nursemaid to this bunch of hard-headed, temperamental louts. We have gained renown, and our brothers are pretty excited about how rich I am. So, appreciate it, guys. So, Pox victims' graves. Just right off the road here. Let's swap our gear. Not what I meant to do. Swap our gear here. Go back on... Where's Hans? There he is. That there. Give our boy his armor back. Is anyone missing? Or using the wrong stuff? Ah, there we go. That helmet there. And then... I feel like someone else is using the wrong stuff. Did we switch up Gimli's armor with someone? I think we did. With Fritz, I believe. Well, as long as Gimli's in, he can use the better armor. I think that's fine. And let's head into the Pox victims' graves. We don't know what's in here. Okay. Looks like some pretty standard zombie shenanigans. We'll pass. We'll use this to make sure we know what we're fighting. A couple Geists. This is nowhere near as tough as the Geist battle we took yesterday. Completely pass with our front line and soft pass with our back line. And this will give us all the heads we need. And if we want to, we can head back to, is it Wissendorf, and turn that in, get paid. We're going to get a new ambition soon, eager to see what that is. It'll probably give us the opportunity to have the one where you kill a mercenary company, which I would like to do, it just pisses off a place. But you can always find a mercenary company that's not working for anyone. It's kind of rare, but they do exist. We're just shooting at whatever. This is a pretty weak battle for us. We're just being a little bit respectful of the fact that they have 4 Geists and a fallen hero. And that's good. They didn't all come back. We'll step in here and hide in the bushes. Step up here and take this high ground. This is a great map for some tactical thinking. Unfortunately, not so much against zombies at this low level. But I could see us making a defensive wall here, incorporating these trees in this high ground. And making a whole strategy out of it. It's almost a shame that this is not that tactical of a battle. Here though, because John has our banner, we'll put him forward. And that should give him good coverage to make sure that our brothers don't rout. Svarog, my boy, don't be scared. Wouldn't be surprised. The fallen hero will probably come back here. But Gimli, Isaac, and John should be up to the task of dealing with them. A little help from Skeeb. I like our setup. It's very strong. Nice that we still have a few attacks that we haven't made use of. So there was some good feedback in yesterday's episode too about my whole ranting about wanting to do Darkest Dungeon. And I had a lot of internet problems again today. The text came out to help, and I think they found a lot of issues with the line itself, which is what I've kind of been telling them this whole time. So I was planning on trying to record the first episode of Darkest Dungeons. Minor spoilers there. But I was hoping you guys would be excited about that. It is one of my favorite games. Let's go for a line shot. We nail it. Go for a round swing. Okay. We'll wait. So yeah, I'm trying to get it up. I'm trying to get that Darkest Dungeons first episode out there. But the universe is conspiring against me. And it hasn't happened yet. As of me recording this right now. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for the positive feedback. Like I said, I feel like if you love this game, you've got to love Darkest Dungeon. And if you don't love Darkest Dungeon, it's only because you haven't seen it yet. It's going to be fun. I wanted to say too, before we even get into that, in the same way that we took names for Battle Brothers, there's definitely room in our Darkest Dungeon playthrough to have lots and lots of subscriber names. So if you would like to, feel free to leave a name suggestion in this video, and I'll be taking like notes basically. And whenever I'm able to start recording the first episode of Darkest Dungeon, I'll already have a nice list of names that I can use. I think that'll be pretty sweet. I would just ask that if you're going to give a name, just please be a subscriber. I like to give preference to subscribers in terms of that, because I can't like thank you guys individually all the time, even though I would love to. But the way I can show a little bit of thanks for the effort it takes to subscribe is to give you guys a character so that you're invested in the gameplay as much as I am. And I want to say too, I am pretty good at keeping brothers alive in Darkest Dungeon. I'll probably end up calling them brothers the whole time, but I'm pretty good at keeping men alive in the Darkest Dungeon. Like I said though, it will probably be I'm not sure how they phrase it anymore, but it's like not the beginner playthrough, but the one with the light. Light is something that's a little bit more manageable as a resource, And it honestly doesn't even affect me because whenever I play, I like to bring a ton of torches anyway. Um, it just makes it so that in the middle game, if you actually start losing people, it reduces the amount of time it takes to recover by allowing higher level people to show up at your town. So instead of having, let's say I lost a whole party, right? I did like a party wipe, which, like I said, almost never happens to me. But if it did happen, um, I did a party wipe. I don't have any more of two types of guys, right? I'm missing two types of characters. So I want to recruit some new ones to add the diversity to my roster. Well, what I would have to do is, if I think you can upgrade your caravan to make them appear higher. Uh, but what happens is you end up having to recruit and essentially start from scratch, and it takes forever. For really, was honestly, in my opinion, no real reason. It's an artificial barrier to the game to make it kind of seem harder. And that type of stuff in games, I don't like that. I never have. I value my time a little bit higher. I see there's no real challenge in the grind. Not sure if any of you guys out there agree with me. But when it's purely there as a time waster, as a grind mechanic, I just completely ignore it. For me, I just don't care. So I'm always happy when a game that knows it's grindy, like accepts it and is like, hey, if you don't want to grind a low level character to a high enough level to where they're usable in the late game, you don't have to. You can recruit higher level characters and it's not a big deal. So that's essentially, as far as I'm aware, that's the only real difference, aside from, like I said, the light thing, which is just a straight advantage. But there's also disadvantages too. When you play the game in the dark, there are monetary considerations as well. You get better loot from playing in the dark. Good kills. Awesome job, Ragnar. So now all we have is this one fallen hero. He's almost dead, actually. Everyone else will just wait. So yeah, that was a bit of a rant there, but I think you understand what I'm saying. If you've played Darkest Dungeons, you already know what I'm talking about. And if you I played Darkest Dungeons a long time ago, back in, I don't know if it was still in beta necessarily, but it had either just come out or was still in beta. And there were so many like quality of life changes that needed to happen. And I was so glad when they added those types of things, because I thought it really made the game better. And then I was also extremely happy too when, that's a lot of zombies coming back, when they added the Courtyard DLC, which was amazing. I still haven't, I don't think I've beaten the final boss in the Courtyard. I'm like on the last, in my current playthrough, which is, several months old at this point, I'm like in the last corridor to beat her. I haven't even tried her yet. Minor spoilers. But it's a pretty sweet fight as far as I know. But I think that's the only content in the game that I haven't actually done or completed. So that DLC came out and it added a ton to the game. And I played it again. Getting, near to the end, like in the Darkest Dungeon era. And then eventually they came out with the Farmstead, and that was another great DLC. And that's when I picked it up again and pretty much did a complete 100% run on that. So here we go, guys. The moment we've been, I think, dreading. Can we look down ahead? Okay. Nothing yet, but this is going to happen soon. Our Swordmaster is feeling his age. And let's go ahead and read this story, because I think if I remember right, it's pretty well written. You find John Wolfrider sitting on a stump. He's looking out at the land. You know, I've realized something as an old man who has operated far too long in this business of killing. I'm so much wiser these days. I've come to know so much. So much that I now know what I don't know. And I look back and think, I was such a dummy back in my youth. Then I thought, what of all the men I've slain, stopping their mortal coil when it was young and so ready to spring? Nice Shakespeare there. You take a seat and shrug. He continues, what I've realized is that I'm a killer of wisdom, that I took a lot of old men out of this world, and with them went so much learning and knowledge. There's so many worlds out there that I destroyed. Man, that's deep. Worlds where those men lived and went on living, and did the great things they knew not was in them. Had the first man I fought slew me down, how many lives would have been saved? How much wisdom would have been spared? I'm sorry, I don't mean to drone on. The man stands, patting his wobbly legs. You grab his arm. Have you considered that you may have also saved worlds? That some of those men you've slain could have lived on to be horrible monsters? He smiles, but you know he's already thought of that, and thought it through, and doesn't wish to disturb you with the answer. He simply nods before going off to join the rest of the company. I hope he cheers up. Yeah. He's on the path to oldness, as well as wisdom, which will weaken his stats, but it does suck just because I feel like the time on that should be lengthened, perhaps, on these events, because I feel like a Swordmaster is such a huge investment that to have them be, you know, kind of quote-unquote ruined before you even get the chance to really use them always felt like a bummer to me. We could have repaired the decayed coat of scales, but we need tools right now. We're almost out. And I know the prices on tools in our area is not good. We're also low on food and ammo. But we're going to head back to Wizendorf instead of dropping down here to take these fights. I want to put us in a position to start, perhaps go here or here. Let's come up after we visit Wizendorf. We'll come up this way because we do want to visit a taxidermist. Nice, 2,370 crowns. I think we'll wait here for a little bit and see if they have any extra tools for sale. They do, and they're not bad prices either. And that's also not bad prices on ammunition, so we'll pick that up also. Alright, we managed to get to 8 days. Let's head over to Strockberg. They might have something cool for us to buy. I don't remember what's in here, the Field of Bones. There may be Necrosavants there. Okay. Okay, nothing we can't live without. Once again, really great prices on tools, and also really great prices on ammo. We'll just buy 150. We can check and see what this contract is. He may want us to just go ahead and kill that place over there that we want to go to anyway. Okay. He wants us to go to Finsterwald and then to Camp Waiter. So he wants us to go up, then down, then back. This is not bad because it's basically exactly what we just did. We explore, we kill some dudes we wanted to kill anyway, we visit some cities we wanted to go to anyway. If we could come up here, visit this place, use the taxidermist, come out here and take out the ruined tomb, come back down, go to Camp Waiter, and we'll probably find another fight along that way. I mean, that's a pretty long route. And then we revisit Strockberg. We're basically getting paid to go to the places we already wanted to go to. And it's 3,000 crowns. I think we go ahead and just do that. It's just guaranteed money. And I mean, look how long it takes to get to Finsterwald. It's like nothing. You have safe roads, very good. And let's visit the taxidermist. So acid flasks, I'm so happy they changed that. It used to cost, I think, 500. Ugh, it was so not worth it. And I think the only thing you can do with acid is to make it into the flask. We can make another Lindworm scale cloak. That's pretty cool. Or another Lindworm shield. Nice. We can make the trophy necklaces. We'll make 2 more of those. Did we make 2 or 3? It looked like we made 3, but I'm not positive. What would I rather have? A backup shield or another cloak? The cloak is a strict upgrade over some of the things that we have, like these pauldrons. But we don't necessarily need it. Some of our brothers are still using these pelts. And as far as shields go, I mean, we're using these shields mostly for fun. But they're so heavy. The Lindworm shields would just be better. This is 1915. versus a Lindworm, which is 1725. So that's a net positive, plus it's like 8 fatigue lighter. And 8 fatigue on Hans puts him up into 80, and it really helps out Skeeb. So yeah, I could see either or. The thing is right now we have armor attachments that we're not even using. Fur cloaks, we have direwolf mantles, backup bone platings, fur paddings. So I think I'm going to lean towards making a shield. Shields also get broken. Let's go ahead and craft this. Okay. Apothecary's Miracle. Might be cool to have one of those in our inventory. Yeah, we'll make one. We may find use for it in coming battles. Just like that, I think we're good on everything. So let's head up and go to the ruined tomb and hope that they have some necrosavants for us to fight. And if they do, we'll switch up our formations a bit. We'll go for kind of a diamond formation that protects our back line. And if not, we might hit this place, hit this place. Okay, we can't see anything. Just double check that this is at least a decent group for that type of fight. I don't like John D at all versus the Ancient Dead. I think he's just not the one we want. Jotnar, of course, is strong in any scenario. Our crossbowman also. Sir Mudun would be fine. Let's just put Sir Mudun in. Something like this. We could honestly remove another archer. Remove an archer, put in a crossbowman. Bill Hooks being very effective. The only reason I'm keeping the battle standard in case this has like a priest who does horrify. But yeah, let's get in there. And we want fewer backline guys, that way we have fewer dudes to protect if there are necrosavants. And it's not, it's just another one of these lame undead battles. Sorry guys, I was hoping to do something cool. It's an almost identical battle. At least this will give us almost all the heads that we need. We can step forward and take this kind of high ground position here. And the undead are confusing themselves because they've got dudes going in kind of like incorrect turn orders. And we'll just take this little outcropping here as our high ground position. And then we'll step forward with Zach. So this kind of sucks just because it's going to be time consuming. This is the type of battle I would love to do off camera for you guys so you don't have to watch it. It's not that it's boring, I guess it's just that it's tactically uninteresting for where we are in the campaign right now. And it's also very time consuming. And I know by the time I'm done with this, it'll probably be near the end of the episode. So, and I'm worried about going long because, like I said, I've got a mortgage company calling me in a little bit. Also, I've got my kids watching a movie in the guest room right now to to placate them. We've been having a great summer vacation though. But whenever I got to record, because my office, my computer and stuff still isn't 100% done yet, I still have to kind of record in my living room. I can't wait though. I'm waiting on 2 components still as of yesterday. I might get one in the mail today. I think my power supply might come in today. And once I get all the pieces, I'm going to gather them together. I'm going to make a video about just the computer that I'm building, because I know some people really like to see that sort of stuff and know what I'm using. I watch streams myself. Whenever I watch streams, like the most asked question that I see is like, What's your rig? Like, what are you running? And hopefully I'll be a bit more educated and I'll be able to answer that question. But I'm going to show the pieces, the components. I'm going to show my office for the first time. And then for the first time ever on my channel, I'm going to show my face, hopefully. If you guys are curious what I look like, yeah, you'll get to see me. You'll be able to put a face to the horrible voice. This would be one of those high grounds that I would love to have against a much stronger force, but the game is just never going to give me that. Whenever I'm going to fight some really tough enemy, it's going to put me at the bottom of a hill. And whenever I'm fighting zombies, it's going to give me like this fortress island location that I could easily set up and kill like their entire... I don't care what I would be fighting. This is a super powerful like ridge here that we're almost not even making the best use of. I would honestly back up to here and put all my archers on this little outcropping, this little like 5-man outcropping, and then just make a wall around them here. Maybe even put someone out on this island because it's so strong. Alright, Muldoon coming through. That's why we brought him in. Good toss, Skeeb. Skeeb needs some more ammo. And because the Geist are coming in, I guess we'll do that thing. We'll probably take Zach and put him here. With the banner out. Protect ourselves from routing shenanigans. Good, just dropping the zombies, putting them down as soon as they pop up. I think we could afford to take one shot. But we don't want to get too greedy. Boom. Went for that decapitation and we nailed it. Don't really have a good shot on anyone. It's probably worth it just to step forward off this little island. Muldoon is nailing all of his shots right now. Another fighting axe coming out. Clearing him out might let us step in and take out that Geist. Prioritize taking out the weaklings. We're going to step down. No one's coming here. So either Gimli, we just accept the fact that he's useless this battle. Or we step in and add his DPS to the pool. If these were some incredibly dangerous enemies, we would find another way to use him. But they're just not. Let's go first and see if we can't rush in and kill that Geist. I was going to say before one of these zombies... Oh, man. Of course, that always happens first. That has nothing to do with it. But if there was a Necromancer, we could have beat him to the punch of resurrecting. Step up. They're just obstacles at this point to getting to the Geist. Yeah, we need to step in if we're going to be useful. Nice. Alright, wish me luck. 47% and we nailed it. Decapitation there, pretty easy. Beautiful. This battle just became way simpler. Svarog's in a bit of a deadly 1v1. We use Adrenaline again this time. Hopefully, we get to not get knocked off of our pedestal. Interesting. Let's reload. Okay, we didn't get to hammer a Geist that time. Perfect. And the odds of us shooting a Geist are exactly 5%, so we're not taking that shot. You know what? I almost didn't even want to hit him because I didn't really want to knock him off. 5%. Nope. We tried. We'll step in here. That puts us in a good spot to do whatever we need to. Do we need to hit the Geist? Sure, we can do that. Do we need to hit the Fallen Hero? You got it. And it gives us a better surround on him as well. Man, this is taking about 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a little rough. Should be able to rally him back. Wow, it didn't work. Okay. It's time to come down from our high mountain. Step in with everyone we can and get this Geist killed. Okay, I was going to say, before Hans has an accident where he tries to run away and the Geist uses his complete armor piercing to kill us. Pass quickly. Kill it. There we go. Alright, so make it up to me, game, and give me some sweet loot. Muldoon levels. And this is not sweet loot at all. Military Cleaver at least is worth something. And the ancient gold coins are worth something as well. So that's going to give us a bunch of heads for our patrol. But not really what we were looking for. At least we know that what we wanted is not there. And we don't have to plan any future trips around that place. Wow, this is straight up the Kraken quest. So if this is for our new ambition, y'all, what are we going to pick? Let us forge our path to greatness. A colossal beast that lurks in the swamp, eternal fame will be our reward, or lots of dead brothers. Defeat another mercenary band. Let's do that one. I kind of want to fight a mercenary company. It's always fun to me. We could take this fight. We have about, man, maybe 10 minutes left on today's episode. They have a leader. That could be cool. Let's level up Sir Muldoon. He's got to have more fatigue, if I remember correctly. A little bit more melee skill doesn't hurt. And he has no range defense. So let's remedy that. And I think we'll take him out for John now. And is there someone else we can remove? I always feel like I'm almost cheating with Isaac. Let's take him out and put in either Rainer, Folkir, something like that, and let our newer brothers have this battle. We'll chase them. This is a quick one. I think we can do this before I have to leave for today. Jesus. Oh. You could hear in that moment where like my soul died. I'm now a soulless being. Okay, we're going to wait with our archers. We need to know where our front line is going to end up so we know how to position our archers behind them. We can see the leader, Otto Bleakheart. He's using a war brand. It's a good weapon. And where we can, we're going to try and leave space for people. Get in there. And now we have an idea of where we can put our back line so that they're not super vulnerable to their archers. Nice. I'm going to step in there and get this banner out. Good kill. Yeah, nailing it. Man, we could step up here and still take a shot. They're going to go first, so let's let them step in. Gimli, yeah, okay, I feel much more comfortable now. I didn't know Gimli still had a movement. Otherwise, I definitely would have put John here, and we would have tied all three of these dudes down. Nice. Yeah, and John would be here. That would be pretty strong. Okay, they're going to hug that rock. Need to respect that war brand. It's a strong weapon. Svarog's in good spirits. Completely healed. Top armor. He may be able to step in here and get us a nice line shot. Step up. We're just trying to get ourselves on high ground. Go for the guy with the armor-piercing weapon. Step in here. Nice. Good damage. Get the free kill. Wreck their leadership a little bit. And like I said, we may want to switch Skeeb's his shield out. I was using that one because it was the one that Skeebo used. But it would really benefit him as a character to use the Lindworm shield instead of that ridiculously heavy orc shield that he's using right now. So now we're in a duel here, which is kind of bad because they have overwhelm. Overwhelm is the ability that wins duels. Very nice. Actually, man, that might have been a mistake. I think the Warbrand has line shots too. Ugh. That might have been bad. Wow, look at that. A perfect line from one shot. That's crazy. Try and spread the damage around. Make sure that if anyone runs, that they probably won't have the health to escape. Yeah, we'll do that. We have to offset him. I was hoping we had some movement left. And he's running now too, so no worries at all. Yeah, that'll give us the rest of the heads that we needed. Run them down. Very good. Step here, shoot. We've still got to knock off his 9 lives before we can kill him. There it goes. Down he goes. We get the Warbrand. Gimli should be able to pop this guy like a pimple. And he does. Skeeb levels, very cool. And we got the helmet. The bassinet with mail is pretty expensive. The arming sword, the flail, those are all expensive weapons. Nice pickups. And I guess we just head back to Finsterwall to end today's episode. And tomorrow we'll look to go to the Field of Bones, whether anyone wants to pay me to do that or not, I'll be happy to. And while I'm thinking about it, let's upgrade our boy Skeeb. Yeah, I mean, it's a night and day upgrade for him. And it makes him look like a total badass. And I guess we'll finish off the quest. We'll go down to Camp Waiter. We'll stop by Strockburg to see if they've gotten any sort of shipment in of new stuff. I feel like recently I haven't really been getting lucky in terms of rare items. And I think they like us here at Strockburg fairly well. They do. So this is a nice place to sell. Very carefully. Yeah, it put us back over 50k. We're rich. Yeah, we did make 3 of these necklaces. Wow. May as well check that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Do we have any brothers who... You know what? I don't like that. Let's get this one here, get him up to an even 60. He has to have fatigue, and we'll increase his range skill just a bit more as well. Are there any brothers who don't have a necklace that need one? Like, it's cool that he's wearing this necklace, but for the most part, he should just be wearing a straight up Resolve necklace, and we keep the specialty necklaces separate. Dogs are fine. Especially on brothers who don't need the Resolve. And then we also have the Falcon. Yeah, I mean, we might have 1 or 2 extra now, but I guess that's better than not having enough. Let's keep going. Camp Waiter. Probably won't even stop at Wisendorf. I don't think there's anything there that I need. What I really want to do is, honestly guys, is take my huge fortune and go over to Gerstel, Brunwald, Grolfest, Birkwall, Brookberg, Those places all have weaponsmiths and armories, and I would love to see if we're missing out on any great gear. I even think there's stuff in the north as well that we're missing out on. They have a harbor here. Where would the harbor bring us? Could it bring us to Camp Walk? It could. They have a weaponsmith there, an armorer there, weaponsmith, weaponsmith. Man, that's tempting. But I don't, man, we don't know if there's any ancient dead up there. There probably is. There's always ancient dead in the north. Either way, we still have to go back to Strasbourg and turn in. Well, you know, we've never really made use of the harbor mechanic in this playthrough. That would kind of be a cool thing just to showcase, perhaps at the end of this episode, for you guys who've never seen it. Harbors are an important way to get around, but in this particular map, it hasn't been all that important. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Camp Waiter. Let's relocate ourselves to the north. And then head south to this whole, like, maybe we go up to Donnerstadt, head down. It just sucks that these areas down here don't really have anything. I mean, it's not a bad city, but it's also not a great city either. Let's buy our men a drink. Let's go into the harbor. So, we want to sell, is it Camp Walk? Let's double check. I don't want to go to the wrong place. I know I just looked at it, but yeah, it's Camp Walk. It even kind of shows you the city, which is cool. And it kind of gives you something about it. A fast ship by the name of Blackfly would take your company on board and to Camp Walk. Big harbor. Really cool to see these like icons up close. Let's travel. And check it out, just like that, 960 crowns. It didn't cost us any provisions, I don't believe. I don't know if that was always the case. I think there was a point where like you would actually see the boat. Let me know in the comment section if you remember that to be the case. Because I thought there was a point in this game where you actually like traveled on a boat. Man, they've got all these big warhounds. And you guys feel like gambling for a second? See if we get lucky? The icy cave up there is looking lonely. It's been so long since I fought any barbarians that I've been like really wanting to do that. And I'm also happy that the mortgage company hasn't called while I'm recording. Would have sucked. But Jimmenstein, and what I meant by gambling is we could go to places with armors and weaponsmiths and see if they have anything for us. I don't want that. I don't want to go all the way to Dornan after just getting here. Raderstadt also has a weaponsmith, but that's kind of going way out of our way. And I'm way more interested in armor than I am in weapons. And I think last time we were in Donnerstadt, they had something really good for us. Some Reavers. We can let that go. I think, isn't this where we had the chance? Yeah, some unholds. We might fight those at the beginning of the next episode. Because I think this is where I'm going to leave it off, whether we get anything cool or not. Iconic helmet and face guard. I mean, it's a sweet piece here. We don't even need that right now. It's pretty light. But yeah, sadly, that's not going to do it. But that will do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And I know I'm still playing. I can't help myself. People are disappearing. I'll do it. Because I think we'll be able to do is we'll kill the unhold. And then we'll follow the tracks and kill whatever else is there. And we'll kill like 2 birds with 1 stone and get paid to do it anyway. So that's like a free 1,500 crowns. And that should pay for the supplies we just bought, plus our trip to Camp Walk, which relocated us quite nicely to the top of the map. Yeah, and then we'll strike out and see what we see. The only thing holding us up right now, we've got a new ambition to defeat another mercenary company. Next mercenary company we see, we're going to have to look and see if they are currently like operating for a particular city. If not, we'll knock them out. And if we get a chance to fight Necrosavants, of course, that's what we want to do. But guys, like I said, that's it. Thank you so much, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care.